Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you people are doing well. So here I am with the key answer of your model question paper. Okay, and the subject is first language English. You can see it here. Recently it has been released by the board. Okay, this is the name of your board, KSEEB. Okay, so as we all know that this year we will get only 40 mark question from each subject, right? And for your exam you will get only two question paper, one for the languages and the other for the core subjects like first, second and third language, and here math, science and social. Each consists of how many marks? 40. So total it will be 240 marks, correct? Right, so we'll be discussing here English. You will come to know which type of questions they may ask this year. Okay, we'll understand the types of question that has been asked and could be asked in your exam, so stay tuned till last. Okay, so let us start with the first question. And also one more thing, you will be provided with OMR sheets. Okay, I have explained this in my maths video. OMR sheet, you might be aware of this. Okay, like four options will be given for one question. Okay, A, B, C, D. You have to round off any one which is the correct answer. For example, if the answer of first is option number B, so here you have to round it off. Okay, so moving to question number one now. So this is our first question. Okay, you try to solve it by yourself first. Okay, once it is not done you can later refer the video. So the first question is dash Nile is dash longest river in the world. The correct articles. Okay, so it is based on articles. So what will be the answer? See, a Nile is a river. Okay, there is only one Nile, right? And longest, this is the superlative form, so definitely you have to use the and the form. The Nile is the longest river in the world. Okay, I have made a video on articles, you can watch it. Okay, all the list will be available in the comment section as well as the description box of all the grammar topics. You can watch it and know the basics. Now moving to the second question. Please do not interfere dash my personal affairs. The correct preposition is. See, whenever you get question based on this, if you are not sure about the answer, try to fill this and read. Please do not interfere about my personal. No, this not sounds good. Interfere in my personal. Yeah, this can be. Please do not interfere of. No, please do not interfere on. No, so only one option is matching properly, and that is in. Please do not interfere in my personal affairs. Okay, next moving to question number 3. I was surprised to see that strange blue drink. Okay, the underlined word is an what? Drink. Blue drink. So what can this be? It is a, see, this is uh, identifying the quality, right? Quality of what? It can identify quality of a noun. Drink will be what? Noun here. The drink was blue, so option number A is the right answer. Okay, what is surprised? It is verb, correct? C is also verb. Understood? Blue will be adjective. Okay, here they have underlined drink, so the answer is noun. So you should be aware of all these things. Moving to the next question. So this is our question number 4. He never goes to bed before 10 o'clock. The question tag for the above sentence is which one? He never goes, so you have here goes, right? And there is a negative marking over here, right? Never is a sign of negative, right? So what can you say? Negative sentence. Here he never goes to bed. Goes and he, both of them are singular, correct? Singular subject, singular verb. So you will use which one? Does he, correct? Why are we not using doesn't he? Because we have a negative usage over here, so our question tag should be a positive one. Therefore does he is the right answer. Okay, moving to the question number 5 now. The iron rails in dash in summer and contract in winter. The antonym of the underlined word. Antonyms means opposite words. Contract means shrinking. So iron rails, what will they undergo? They will expand. Contract, expand. They are opposite to each other. So answer is expand. Okay. Next, moving to question number 6. The poet dash his love and affection for his mother. The correct verb to be filled here is. So once again, if you are sure, just mark it. If you're not sure, try to fill this in this blank and read. You will come to know by yourself if your comprehension is good. See, the poet have expressed. Have cannot be used because poet singular, so this cannot be done. Expressing, the poet expressing his love, no, this can also not be done. Expression, no, this is also not done. Has expressed, yes, this is singular and this suits the sentence. The poet has expressed his love and affection for his mother. Okay, moving to question number 7. Dash being intelligent, she is hardworking. Okay, so she is also intelligent as well as hardworking. So which word are you going to choose here? Yet being intelligent, no. Otherwise, no. Besides, since, no. Besides suits this. Besides being intelligent, she is hardworking. Okay, she is both intelligent and hardworking. So besides is the right answer. Okay, moving to question number 8. What have they given? The dash injection had done them no harm at all. Okay, choose the correct form of word. Deadly, dead, dying, death. So the deadly injection is the right answer. Okay, this is an adverb. Next, question number 9. Leading actors received dozens of letters. The passive form. Okay, so even I have made video on this active and passive form. So how are you going to answer this? Leading actors received dozens of letter. Okay, so this is subject, this is verb, this is in the object form. So we have to start from here. Dozens of letters. Okay, now this is past, correct? So dozens of letters, being cannot be used because we don't have ing form in this. Okay, so this cannot be done. Are cannot be done. Why? Because it is in past form. Dozens of letters were received by leading actors. Yes. So this is the right answer. Okay. Dozens of letters were, since it is past, and also here you can see received by leading actors. Correct. So option number C is the right one. Now why we have not taken were been? Because been cannot be used with were. Either has or have or had been can be used before been, not were. So even this is wrong choice. Option number C is the correct answer. Okay, moving to the question number 10 now. So what have they given? Kiran said to me, did you see the cricket match? The reported speech of the above sentence is. Now Kiran is asking a question. Okay, so we have to use asked. So here you have two options, B and D. Now this is a yes or no type of question, correct? So whenever you get yes or no type of question, did you see the cricket match, means what? Either she can say yes or no. For that you always have to use if. Remember this. So for this our option is D. Kiran asked me if I had seen the cricket match. Correct? Moving to the next question. And also see one more thing. The tense will change. See will become seen. Right? Here it's same. So this can't be the right choice. Moving to the next question. Question number 11. China is larger than most other countries in the world. The superlative degree of the given sentence is dash. China is larger than. So here they have given comparative form, correct? Most other countries in the world. So I have made a video on this topic also, and I have also explained with some trick. How are you going to identify whether it is positive, superlative or comparative? And also singular and plural form, you will understand by watching that video, but here I will just tell the answer. China is larger than most other countries. Okay, we have to write it in superlative form, so larger will become what? Largest. So China is largest, China is one of the largest, China is larger, and this cannot be done, very few cannot be done. So out of these two, how are you going to identify the right answer? So see here you have to look for this countries. They have given countries, so it is in plural form, correct? So your answer should also be in the plural form. China is one of the largest countries in the world. Here they have given largest country in the world. No, this will be the correct choice, countries. Okay, China is one of the largest countries in the world. To know the trick, please watch that video. Okay, the link is in the description box. Next, question number 12. Question number 12, what have they given? Identify the simple sentence. Okay, simple sentence. Mary and Samantha took the bus. Joe waited for the train. So simple is without any comma, okay, any interjection, okay, or any kind of but, like, because, so. Okay, so here this cannot be simple, this cannot be simple. I learned English perfectly, because is there, so even this is not simple. Okay, Mary and Samantha took the bus. Yes, this looks simple sentence. Okay, here they can be either complex or compound sentence. Okay, the three types are there. Out of that, they have given to identify the first type. Okay, so option number A is the right choice. Next is moving to question number 13. So here they have given Friday 30th November 2012. I had the best day ever today. I woke up in this morning. The sun was shining through the curtains and I could smell breakfast cooking downstairs. I jumped out of my bed, threw on my school clothes and skipped down to the kitchen. Rohini, the above piece of literature is, so which type of literature is this? Whether it is a letter or diary entry, notice or report. Okay, so see, if you look at this, they have written Friday and date. Okay, so whenever we write some diary, we used to follow this. We write the day and date, then we enter whatever the day has been occurred throughout the day, all the uh, moments or incidents occurred on the particular day, we write in the form of diary. So we call that as diary writing. Here the piece of literature will be what? Diary entry. Okay, now the appropriate way to sign off a formal letter. Formal letter, appropriate way is cheers. No, we can't do that. Your lovingly, no. This can be done for informal. With love, no, that is a love letter, or informal only. Yours faithfully, yes, this seems to be correct. So you can identify on your own. There is no need of learning all this from basics. If you know, if you have written a letter, okay, you can easily identify and write the answer. I hope it's been clear till here. Okay, so 14 marks are mainly from grammar part. Now the questions will be from your prose and poetry. Okay, so let us move to them. Question number 15. The girl scanned the painted pot at home secretly. Okay, because the girl was, so you can see secretly, because she was, this is from which chapter? A Wrong Man in Workers Paradise, right? You should be aware of the chapter name at least, so you can easily identify the answer. Chapter name should be known by you. The girl scanned the painted pot at home secretly because she was impressed, no. Very secretive, no. Afraid of idle men, no. afraid of elders rebuke for wasting her time. Yes, this is the right choice. Correct. If you are aware of the chapter, if you have understood the chapter, you can easily identify the options. Okay. Next, moving to question number 16. The elders in the workers paradise became anxious because what is the reason? The girl became lazy. No, people were not happy. The man was idle. Work began to suffer. Yes, the work began to suffer. Even this is from the chapter Wrong Man in Workers Paradise. Next, question number 17. What have they given? According to C.V. Raman, the true elixir of life is, which is the true elixir of life? It is plain water. Option number D is the correct. So this belongs to the chapter The Elixir of Life. Next, question number 18. When Della's head was covered with tiny close-lying curls, she looked like a... Okay, so this belongs to which chapter? The Gift of Magi, right? So if you have read the story, you will come to know it has been compared with what? It has been compared with a truant school boy. Option number A. Okay. Next, question number 19. Madame Sofronie dealt in dash. So this also belongs to the same chapter, The Gift of Magi, where the Della, went to sell her hairs, right? So she was what? She dealt with hair goods, correct? So option number D is the right choice. C is the right answer. Question number 20. In 1885, Pasteur, okay, so if you have read the lesson, only then you can answer. Okay, the life events. So in 1885, what happened with him? Celebrated? No. Made director? No. Appointed? No. He made his first experiment on a young Alsatian boy. Okay, so option number D is the right choice. Okay, this belongs to which chapter? Louis Pasteur. Okay, chapter number 4. Next, question number 21. Alexander was termed great, but moral he cannot be called because all his actions were what? Only for the conquest and renown. So this belongs to the what is moral action, chapter number 5. So option number B is correct here. So next is question number 22. Love born out of the profit motive is no love. These are the words of, so this belongs to chapter what is moral action, right? And in that this has been taken, and it is the word of who? William Shakespeare. Okay, so answer is William Shakespeare. Next, question number 23. According to the narrator, the girl's voice dash and the voice had the dash of mountain stream. So it has the sparkle. Okay. So if you have read the lesson, only then you can choose the answers correctly. Next, question number 24. So Otto Frank and Van Damme traded in. So this belongs to the girl who was Anne Frank. Okay, and the answer for this is they used to do trade in spices. They have spices trade. Okay, option number C is the right choice. Next, question number 25. Pierre knew that there were 23 holes in his tunic because what is the answer? This belongs to which chapter? The pie and the tart. Okay, because he had counted them. Okay, so option number A is the right answer. Moving to the next question, question number 26. What have they given? He does not catch them. They give themselves up. Here they refers to, this also belongs to same, the pie and the tart. Here they belongs to what? Eels. Option number D is the right one. Next, moving to question number 27. The sun was described as a reluctant sun. It means that the sun was what? This belongs to, now we are in poetry form, poetry part, to a pair of Sarah's crane. So answer for this is unwilling to rise. Option number A is the correct one. Next is question number 28. The female Sarah Crane sat on the blood-stained feathers to dash. To what? Mourn the death, express its love, hatch it into a toddling chick, show its anger. So option number C is the right. Okay. To mourn, she was just revolving around that. Okay. So to hatch it on its hatch it into a toddling chick will be the right answer here. Question number 29. According to the Abraham Lincoln, brawn and brain refers to brawn and brain refers to good and bad, success, failure, difficulty, strength, physical strength and intelligence. Yes, this is the answer. Physical strength and intelligence. Brain refers to intelligence and brawn refers to physical strength. Option number D is the right answer. Moving to the next question. Question number 30. Bullets are easiest to lick. This suggests that it is easy to defeat the physically strong, it is difficult to fight with bullies, it is easy to follow the crowd, it is difficult to learn from the books. So option number what? Option number A. It is easy to defeat the physically strong. Okay. Next, moving to question number 31. The poet compares the human body to a, so this is from the chapter Vachana, as from the poem Vachana, right? So he compares the body with temple. Option number C. Question number 32. The line in the poem which tells you the speaker is scheming and cunning friend. Speaker is a scheming and cunning friend is my foe beheld it shine, my foe outstretched beneath the tree. I was angry with my friend, and I sunned it with smile. So this is from which one? A poison tree, correct? They have told what is the question? Speaker is scheming and cunning. This can be identified by this one. Sunned with smile. Option number D. Okay. Next, question number 33. The poet William Black speaks about. So this is, yeah, this you have to remember the poet names as well as the authors names of any of all the prose and poetries. Okay, because see they have given William Blake. Now if you don't know the poem name, you can't write the answer, right? So William Blake is poet of which one? A poison tree, right? So what is the answer? He speaks about a growing tree, an apple, a foe, or his suppressed anger. Yes, his suppressed anger he is speaking about in the given poem. Next is question number 34. In the poem The Stolen Boat, the narrator's pleasure is troubled because why? What is the answer? Question number 34. The answer is the pleasure is short-lived. No, his conscience pricks him on his stealthy act. He is scared to be alone. It was dark night. So option number B. It was his stealthy act. Okay, so his conscience pricks him. Okay, this is not good. This is not right. Okay. Next is question number 35. Buttu went to Dronacharya too. So this is from the poem Buttu. Why did he went? To learn archery, correct? Archery. Option number A is the right answer. Next, moving to question number 36. Drona sought dash as a recompense from Buttu. So what did he took away from Buttu? It was right hand thumb, right? So option number C is the right answer. Question number 37. The poet says that his mother would not know him because this belongs to CLM, because she has grown old. No, she died. He has grown big. She is not willing to know. He has ignored her. Option number B. He has grown big is the right answer. Next, John Masefield began his life in the darkness of the grave, on this earth, in this home, in the dark womb. So option number D is the right. It also belongs to the poem CLM. Okay. Next, question number 39. One who objected Karna in joining the battle with Arjuna was who objected? It was Kripacharya, right? So if you have read the story, you will come to know. The answer is D. Kripacharya. Next, the last question. Ulysses and his men pleased themselves a whole day by dash. So what is the answer? If you have known this chapter, okay, the last in the non-detailed part, supplementary part, Ulysses and the Cyclops, the answer for this is beholding the giant's kitchen. Okay, option number B is the right answer. So I hope you have understood all the answers, okay, and the video was useful. If you think so, please do subscribe to my channel, like the video, comment to give your views, and please share it to as many students as possible. Thank you for watching. We'll see you all in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye. Have a good time.